It literally has been 1 year since the release of the Quintessential Quintuplets movie that came out in theaters here in the States, and a lot has happened. We'll talk about it. Hi, how you doing today? It's Just Jess here. I hope you're having a good day. And today, yes, we got the movie, the Quintessential Quintuplets movie that literally came out last year, but a lot has drastically changed in my life, the way I perceive anime, movies, and all of the changes, which we'll talk about it. So when I first saw that movie last year, all I saw was the movie poster, the anime, of course, the graphics, the girls, and the hints of romance. And I was like, yes, I bought my ticket literally the weekend, same weekend, the first weekend of December last year, and I saw the movie. And it has literally changed the course of my life, movies, the way I do things, the way I like, subscriptions, anime, Comic-Cons, everything, and we'll talk about it. I never knew anime like this existed. I absolutely fell in love, not with just the quintuplets, with anime, with my love for romance, again, with a different medium, because of course with movies, it's real humans and people, but with anime, they're actually graphics. I started my Crunchyroll subscription, and it has been 1 year since I still watched my whole anime. Yes, my whole life, I've watched anime like Naruto, Dragon Ball Z. I even played the video games, but it was on and off. When I first saw the movie last year, it was the ending to an arc saga that I totally missed, and I was like, damn, yes, of course, with a lot of years doing movies and reviews, I can pick up on a couple of things, but I had no idea I missed so many things. So last year, I watched the first 2 seasons, each consisting of 12 episodes each on Crunchyroll, and even a few days ago, I watched the entirety of the 2 seasons again, as well as the movie, because as soon as last year happened, a week after I posted that video, I wanted to make this video because I wanted to talk to you guys that, damn, in 1 year it has literally changed everything of my life. So with that Crunchyroll subscription, literally after that, of course, what is this? Sword Art Online. I watched all of that. Even over there, I have some of the articles and action figures that I bought at literally Comic-Con. I spent hundreds of dollars on that, and it's changed literally the course of my life because I went to multiple Comic-Cons this year. Fan Expo, Anime Central, Anime Midwest. I'll even put pictures right now on screen for you to see that I love cosplaying. It literally changed everything, and going forward, this is exactly my life. Movies, anime, video games, and Comic-Cons. And I can't thank enough for the release of this movie, because if I didn't see this movie in theaters, literally I would have never talked about it. Maybe it would have been something else, but I'm glad that this movie came out at the right time, and I watched it because it literally bought my ticket at Olive Garden, and then I went to go to the theaters. And we're actually going to talk about it because yes, I used to go to school to become a romance relationship therapist, and this is going to be all spoilers because he chooses a girl in this movie, and now that watching the whole series again twice or multiple times, let's just be honest, I can confidently say I don't agree with his decision, even though I do think it was an okay choice. He played it safe, but still, he basically tutors these girls in high school, and secretly they fall in love with him. They don't like him. There's some bickering back and forth. 5 of the girls, which is 5 quintessential quintuplets, fall in love with him, and Futaro has to choose one. But I feel like the one he chose, he played it way too safe, and I would have chose something else. So we're gonna go ranking, kind of like a retrospective deep dive. And yes, this is a new series that I'll do on this channel. Same thing will I do with a Psychopath, Sword Art Online. That time I got reincarnated as a slime, as well as Demon Slayer, because I will never give up a chance to pass a movie to be released in theaters. That's right, in theaters. Even it's the ending to an anime, it took that movie for me to even know about this anime. Yes, now that I've mostly have the subscription, I do look forward so I don't get ruined again, but I will never have that happen again. Let's just be honest. And I'm gonna clear something up. There's 5 beautiful women. Of course, that means 5 beautiful fandoms out there, people rooting for their girl. Of course, they would be disappointed if he only chooses one, because that's 4 of them out there. So it was like a lose-lose scenario. And number 5, let's start with number 5. We have Ichika. Although the reason why she's last, let's just get the good stuff out of the way. I do respect her and I appreciate her because she like brings it up to Futaro multiple times. She is like the older sister of the group, and she is like his older sister too. Even though she likes him, she does like help him out with relationships, romance, the girls. Even in one of the episodes, she says, I'm gonna do some things, but there's something that are going to have to come out from you. So she basically helps him in terms of like the beginnings of the romance, the likingness, attractionness. So I do respect her for that, because it does feel like she's trying to help this guy who's never had any like romance in his life, trying to help him like step into the genre of like dating, romance, likingness, how to talk to a girl, how to not say like, oh, you're begging to a girl, like literally how to communicate effectively, romancing, flirting with a woman, with a sister. So I do respect her for that. But however, never, let's just be honest, let's get the bad things now. It was never going to work out with Ichika. Even though she like lied to him and kind of manipulated him in season 2 with like Miku, she tries to play as one of her sisters, doing the usual, and even confronting him being like, yo, like I'm Rena, which of course she wasn't, but it was never going to work at the end because she was always going for her acting career. So she was going to be a celebrity. Even at the end of the movie, she was a celebrity. So it's like, how can you date someone like way too much up? If I had the chance to date like Jenna Ortega or like a celebrity like that, I probably would pass the opportunity, or I don't know, I think I would try, but at the end of the day, if I'm not a celebrity myself, it would be hard to communicate with that relationship. And let's just be honest, Futaro is definitely not out there like, oh my gosh, you know, he's like self-centered, he's like head in his book, so it wouldn't work out in any shape or form. Even when she does become a celebrity, it's like, dude, Futaro's not gonna be like that. I mean, maybe in like a different anime, but we're talking about Futaro here. Futaro Uesugi. It was, I just don't think it was gonna work out, let's just be honest. Alright, number four, we have Mino. Although the reason why she's in 4th place, especially in season 1, she did not like him at all. She hated him. She's like, I can't believe you're here with our sisters. You're an outsider. I don't want you to be concerned with our family, our structure, our dynamic, our problems. Like, you should get out. She's abrasive. She's confident. She speaks her mind. She's like, believes in the director's approach. Although at the end, and she even poisoned him a few times, making him go to sleep and stuff. Although at the end of season 1, she does grow to, I guess, kind of like him. Of course, if you've seen the series, you know that Futaro shows a picture and she's like, oh my god, like he's totally my type, which he says plays out for laughs, oh, it's my cousin, and he just changes his hair so he gets like a 1-up on Mino on that like school field trip, and it's like orange hair and like Kintaro and stuff. So of course she fell in love with his cousin Kintaro. And of course, let's just be honest, she had literally downright one of the most heartbreaking, heartwarming scenes of the confession. That was literally beautiful. The way she says on the lines of, remember when I told you there was some dumb girl out there stupid enough to love you or like you? Well, that girl is me. And dude, that was so amazing that she did that when she got the job that he was working. I was like, dude, my heart literally like sank, in a good way though, in a good way, where she literally confessed her love, and Ichika, of course, she's in the back like listening and stuff. So I was like, dude, that was like one of the best confessions. Of course she said it on the bike, but he didn't hear that, you know? So I was like, dude, that is awesome that she said that, you know? I was like, damn, but I don't think it would have worked out, because even when he chose Yotsuba to go on a date at the end of this particular movie, she even says something like, that's tacky, who pays with coupons on a first day, literally taking them to a family restaurant. Now, yes, of course, when she was baking with Kintaro, she is absolutely a different type of girl. She's like submissive, she's in love, and she even like messes up with one of her chocolates or desserts or food stuff in front of Kintaro because she's nervous. She does like him, so I can see that side from her. But still, like, dude, one of my best relationships in life, the first date I took her was to Denny's, and then on the third, or not on third date, but on like the 10th date, I took her to like Cheesecake Factory, which is like, I don't want to say like high elegancy, but then that was the day when I told her to be my girlfriend. So maybe it could have worked out, but no, she's in 4th place for this type of reason. And number 3, we have Yotsuba. Now, Yotsuba is obviously the girl that he ended up with, and to be honest, she's an okay choice. I really felt like at the end of the day, he played it too safe, basically. I mean, yeah, I put her right dab in the middle of things of the whole list. I mean, they're the reason why they moved school. She's the most athletic one, but still, at the end of the day, I still feel like it could work, and of course it does work because he chooses her, but still, I feel like since she is like a little kid, even Futaro teases her, he's like, you're still wearing kids' underwear and stuff. I feel like they make an okay pairing. You know, he played it way too safe. It's not that, I feel like there is better choices for him out there, but maybe he just felt like, oh, with her, like, and of course, let's be honest, Rena is the girl that she was earlier in his life. If you don't know who Rena is, Rena was a girl that they always play in flashbacks, and even when he had the picture of the girl that he met in Kyoto, I'm sorry if I'm not saying that name right and pronouncing it right, he's like, oh my god, like, this is my first true love, and he still has a photo of when they were young. He's like, this is my first true love as a girl. Yotsuba knew that, but I don't think, and correct me if I'm wrong, does Futaro ever find out? Because I watched the whole series a couple of times in the movie. I'm like, I don't think someone tells him specifically that Yotsuba is Rena, and Rena is the girl that he had his first crush with. I'm like, dude, like, why isn't no one telling him? I mean, all these other girls are telling him that they're Rena, but Yotsuba has never told him that. So maybe that's why, because I guess because they made a faith or they prayed at the end of the when they were little kids. But still, like, she is an okay choice, and that's just it. I just feel like, oh, it's fine, you know, she's okay. I can see they get along. She does like him, but it's like, I don't know, just they're okay. That's all I gotta say. They're okay. All right, and number 2, and literally between number 2 and number 1, they're very close. So it's not like leagues ahead. These are very close and very difficult to pinpoint because I love both of these girls equally. I just want a little bit more, but let me explain. So in number 2, we have Miku, and yes, there we go. See, look at that Miku. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. Oh, you know. Oh, there we go. It works. See, this is Miku. I like her. That's what I'm saying. I love Miku. I even bought her at the Comic-Con. I'm like, dude, this is Miku. I'm like, dude, oh my god, beautiful baby girl. Miku, I get it. Everybody, she's a fan favorite. Everybody loves her. She's like the most, I saw this poll that they did on like Crunchyroll. She was like the most that everyone wanted to be. She is gorgeous. She's beautiful. Oh, great body. She has the headphones. She has the long hair. Although, let's be honest, I felt like between her and Itsuki, which she's in first place, but still, I feel like with Miku, let's be honest, in the first season, she was timid, shy. She has like confidence issues, self-esteem issues. However, throughout the course of the 2 series, the 2 shows, the 2 seasons, and even the movie, she does grow up to be her own woman, especially even asking him out directly, hey, let's go on a date in the movie, and they go to like some field museum with like aquariums and stuff. So she does end up becoming more like outspoken for him, and she actually does tell him she loves him at the end of season 2. But still, it's like, she's like a laid back girl. She loves to bake, she loves to cook, and of course she's chill. She's not like outgoing like that. But I feel like with that type of girl, with Futaro or with me, she would be very reliable. I would not worry about Miku cheating on me ever. Like, she's very committed to Futaro. I was like, dude, she likes this guy, she does a lot, and she's like doesn't want to go all out and stuff. Like, she's the timid and shyness can actually be a good thing because she's nervous, she's scared. However, it doesn't feel like she would be going out clubbing and stuff. No, and I like that for her. She's chill, and I like, dude, that could be a great foundation for a great loving relationship, like husband and wife. And I'm like, dude, this is beautiful. However, I feel like I don't think she would be as like sexual and stuff, like in the bedroom, like trying different things. And the reason why I bridged that gap, even though she would be a great girlfriend wife material, is because in first place is Itsuki. I also have Itsuki. We have Itsuki. I bought her in the same Comic-Con as I did Miku, and like Itsuki's the ones like bleh, or the statues, and they're literally like up there. I've grown enough to love them, not just in anime, but also to buy like the figures. I still need 3 of them and stuff, but still, hell yeah. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm bringing that like sexual stuff in a moment. Itsuki, side note, she was like one of the ones that bought that sexy lingerie in the season 2. She's like, I wanted to be ready for everything. And to me, I'm like, oh, Itsuki, you just like earned my heart if you're buying sexy lingerie. But imagine like my future girl would buy stuff at Victoria's Secret. Now that would be my girl. Now, this is a very close first place. This isn't leagues of head. Not just because they first met in the first season of the first episode, but I feel like they have the same foundation in terms of similarities and capabilities. Let me explain. So Futaro, as you know, he's heads in his books. He memorizes textbooks. He loves studying. It's all about academics, about getting the best grades, being the best in the class. And I feel like with Itsuki, she has that similar structure in herself. She wants to become a teacher, and of course she has glasses, so it's beautiful. And they argue back and forth. So not only she wants to be, I don't want to say like Futaro, because they always talk about being a teacher and his students. Let's reevaluate that relationship, as she talks about in during the seasons of the anime. She's like, ooh, what are we now? Are we friends? Are we different? She has that similar structure in terms of Futaro, in terms of academics, like getting good grades, studying. And so I feel like with Futaro and her have that already baseline capabilities of being together. So you want it, and like in a relationship, of course, you don't want to be everything similar, but of course differences as well. But the fact that they argue over like best friends and stuff, or like dumb stuff, I feel like that's also a +1, because let's be honest, during high school, when I was in high school, even now after college, when I argue with women, sometimes it's sexual, sometimes I kiss them. If you ever been in a relationship and sometimes you argue with your significant other, yeah, sometimes it could be really bad, like, oh, like confrontational screaming and stuff, but sometimes those arguing can make it cute and bickering back and forth as a couple. Besides, these guys are young, and we're young too, so for me, arguing with my future wifey, I'll be like, ooh, baby girl, like come closer here, you know. That's just me, because I'm a very sexual dude, you know. I'm a Scorpio, of course, but still, at the end of the day, they could have a great, worthwhile relationship. And like I said, she was the first one about that sexy lingerie, so where do you think her mind's going? She says in the anime, I wanted to be ready for anything. You just stole my heart. If you're buying sexy lingerie and you're not even dating yet, dude, yes, like I would wife you, because to me, yes, I'm kind of kinky. Oh, you're a sexy teacher. We can do some role playing with the glasses. That's just me, the way I would choose Itsuki. But still, she's not timid. She's not shy. She will speak her mind, and she will argue with Futaro about things, which is great because that means she can stand up to herself. And Futaro actually meets her up there in terms of arguing. She's not too abrasive like Mino, but she's not as timid as Miku. You know what I'm trying to say? She just literally meets Futaro in the middle, which is great because I feel like if they can get past the bad arguments, yes, they're always going to argue. I mean, girlfriends, guys, even husbands right now, my boss says he always argues with his wife, like from time to time. You're always going to argue, but in terms of the length and the strength of the argument, it could be sexual, or it could be bad, or it could be just joking. I feel like once they can get past like the bad arguments, yeah, of course they can be together and stuff. And I just think Itsuki would be the perfect place. You know, I was like, dude, Itsuki would be the perfect girl. As always, guys, I've been rambling too much, but I really appreciate you for sticking around. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I am going to do more videos like this in the future. The next one is Psycho-Pass. I just finished season 1 and then I'll do season 2 watching the movie. I'll do season 3 and then I'll do a retrospective deep dive like I did now, because it takes a year for me to like catch up with everything, with the video games, with the movies. So next time you have an anime movie and I just watched it and I didn't watch the series, I will do this like I did today. Thank you so much. I appreciate you and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.